Hey guys, it's Joette with Balloon Coach, and today it is September 7th, 2022, as we record this free bonus class as a thank you for 7 years of supporting BalloonCoach.com. I have been giving training to the balloon industry for 7 years now. So, for anybody who's new to being onto a live webinar with me, I want to let you know you can type into the chat and I'll respond as we go. But I'm going to show you some stuff up on the screen to help give you training to increase your confidence to gain more sales, and finding out if you should share your pricing online, how to use Canva for pricing, and how do you say the price without being nervous. And I'm going to do something where I'm going to actually go live on Instagram too to see if it helps people know what I'm doing. So just 1 second while I get that turned on. All right, hey guys, it's Joette with BalloonCoach.com, and today we are talking about if you should share your pricing with confidence, or how to share your pricing with confidence to gain. And this is a part of my 7 free classes in September. Thanking you guys for supporting BalloonCoach.com for 7 years. So we're going to get started right now. Has anybody ever wondered, should I share my pricing online? So for those of you who are joining me live, chat it into the Zoom, type, yes, I share my prices publicly on my website or on social media, or no, I wait and send it to people privately. So for those of you on live with me right now, I'd love for you to let me know what your current practice is. No, I don't share them publicly, or yes, I do. And if you're watching me on Instagram, you can go ahead and type that into the chat and let me know, yes, you share your pricing publicly, or no, I don't. Because that's kind of gives me a start of where I'm at. Okay, we've got some people who do it privately and some that share a base price. Thanks for that information. That's awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to you about some of my friends in the balloon industry who share their pricing. All right. David Mahoney does over $1 million a year in business, and he shares his pricing online. All right. He's from Balloons Every Day. He's been one of my past speakers. And so I love that he's like, hey, it's there. I want people to see it from the get go so that they're not surprised. And then one of my friends that I absolutely adore in the balloon industry is Belinda Barrier with Balloon and Event Construction Company. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to her website from the start. All right. And so when you first go to her website, she has this beautiful slider that comes up and it says Shop Jaguars. And that's because this little football guy over here, that was from one of the Canva templates from Balloon Boss Mastermind. Then it says Breast Cancer Awareness Month is coming up. See the products. And when I click on that slider that's giving me attention, like, hey, this is where you need to go, I automatically can go on and see her price for a 10 stack bouquet, 7 balloons, a column with the breast cancer topper, a column with the big 3-foot balloons on top, our cancer ribbon, arches, and more. And the thing that is great is what happens for her is you can actually go right now and say, you know what, I want to go ahead and I want to get that arch. And I can go ahead and say if I want it to be the 8x8, the 10x12, or the 12x15, and I can add it right to my cart. And then it's going to be, okay, it's the pink and white breast cancer arch. It's going to be this big, and it is set, and poof, they can buy it right then and there. All right. Belinda gets many shoppers buying arches, columns, and more right from her website without having to talk to them on the phone. And then her customer management system sends them the invoice, and her team builds the balloons and takes them to them. So she is working on being close to $500,000 in sales for 2022. She's been in business for 21 years. So she has gone through the trials and tribulations of having a balloon business. And what she has found is by using the power of having your pricing on your website, it's been able to save her team time of that going back and forth with people on the phone. Now, are there sometimes people will fill out her contact form and then they'll go through the process from there? Yes. But what's great is the pricing is right there at the start so that they don't have to guess. They can see actual designs that they can purchase and go ahead and grab them. All right, so on the grab and go garlands, they can choose the colors they want, how they want to pick it up, and then giving them their colors and everything that's there. So now they fill out this form and they're set to go. So I encourage you guys that if you're one of those people who's been a little bit unsure of should I put my pricing out there, go for it. The other great way that she shows her pricing is in her catalogs. All right, so one of the things that she's going to be teaching at Balloon Boss Summit coming up in Orlando November 6th through the 10th is how she set up her catalog. So she has found that when people look at her catalogs and they can see what they're looking for, they are going to buy right then and there. So right now, people are back to school. We've got our prom sponsors and our graduation. Our prom sponsors and our homecoming sponsors looking at stuff. Senior nights are coming up. So right here, what she did is she's like, hey, senior nights, we know that we're going to be doing them. She goes right on there and she shows the tips and how they can order and what they should be looking for. And then it flips to her pictures of her designs that she's created on the football fields for the schools where she's at. If you're newer and you don't have these photos yet, you can use our Balloon Boss Mastermind templates that can show people the school colors and the designs and things that you want to send. So this lets them flip right through that catalog, see exactly the things that she has created in the past, and then be able to, when they're doing the contact form or contacting them, they're able to easily tell people, hey, I want that balloon arch that you had, on page 18. I want the number, my player's number on the top, and then I need the sports ball on it. So they can tell you exactly what they need by showing them your decor. So as you're going through this process of growing your balloon business, don't be afraid to show your pricing, because one of the things that it does is it reduces the amount of people you have to talk to back and forth via text, email, or on the phone. Have a way for people just to see your pricing up front, because you know what? If they're a bargain shopper and they want the cheapest person in town, why would you want to waste your time on the phone talking to them, right? So be bold and show people straight from the top, hey, this is what our pricing is. You can, you don't have to have shopping online if you're not set for that yet, but at least show them that base pricing so that they know what to expect. All right, so that's that first question of should I share my pricing publicly? And I say yes. Number two is, how do we use templates to help people have a better idea of what their event's going to look like? So one of the things that we do is I offer my BalloonCoach mastermind members access to editable templates that we've been creating for several years now. So many people who might not be familiar with it yet, there's a program called Canva, Canva, that is awesome for you to make designs to put out to social media. So after you join Mastermind, which to do so, you just go to BalloonCoach.com and click on Mastermind. So it's right here. Whoops, sorry, I went too quick. Right here on BalloonCoach.com, in the middle of the page, there is a section that says Mastermind. And you just click right here for Start Today, and you can join us at any time. And then you have access for 30 days from the day that you purchase to all the training materials. And then you can continue staying with us month after month as long as you want, or you can stay around for just a month if you have some economic things going on or you're not able to go in to use everything. So in our mastermind dashboard, one of the things that we have is editable templates. Now, even if you don't use my templates and you have other templates you're creating, what I'm going to show you is going to help you in working with Canva. So within our program, we show you guys how to use the Canva templates, how to use the building blocks that we have on the different colors of balloons that are available, foils, letters, all that kind of stuff. And as you can see in this video right here, if somebody was planning a graduation, you could go in and use this template. Instead of using 2021, you could put 2023, right, for the upcoming year. Or it could be the person's name that you're putting on the top, and put Matt. Or if this is for homecoming, you can say team or whatever you want to do, or put the school, um, the 4 letters of the school abbreviation, those kind of things. So one of the things that is cool with things, and I'm going to show you right now as we're getting ready for homecoming and graduation season, is that you can go in, and the other day, one of the folks used our casino template for an upcoming event, because many homecomings and other social events use a theme for casino night. One of our members went in, used this template, and was able to automatically sell it to her clients. So she's like, thank you, Joette, for being a part of Balloon Boss Mastermind. I have immediately made my money back because I used this template as soon as I joined, and I won the bid. And what she did is she changed the color from white to gold because the client wanted gold, black, and red, and she was able to sell it. So what I'm going to just show you on these editable templates is if somebody's saying, I'm going to have a casino night, just use the template exactly how it is and put your pricing into it, put your logo on it, and then send it out, because you don't want to waste time changing colors and doing all that if they're not going to buy from you. But then if later on, after they purchase, or you know that they're going to have a good enough budget, you can then go ahead and take the time and change the color. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You enlarge the template, and I'm going to click on the white. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a copy of this. I'm going to go File, Make a Copy, and I'm going to call this Gold Casino. All right, so I'm going to put up Gold Casino Night. That's going to be my prompt of that I'm doing something special for a client. All right, and then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into where the white balloons are. I'm going to go to my uploads, and I'm just going to put Qualitex. Because I know I've got the Qualitex gold right here, and I'm going to go ahead and add that in, or actually I can do this too. I can also go gold. All right, and so now what I can do is I can take this gold balloon, and I've made the purple box here. Now I'm going to take this color and drag it right into that balloon. And now it does take a few minutes when you're first getting started to getting used to doing this, but as you can see, I can change it pretty quickly to make it be the colors that I want. So the thing is I encourage people, don't spend a ton of time doing this if you don't feel like the person has the budget or the money, or if it's something that you wouldn't use again. But a casino theme is a very popular theme. So you can take the time to change things out, make it what you want. I'm not going to spend your time showing you this entire thing, but I wanted to just show you how easy it is to make the changes to it. And then what I would do is I would go ahead and go to my uploads, and you can save your logos in here. So like I've got my logo saved here for BalloonCoach. So I'm going to put my BalloonCoach logo right up here. So when I send this out, people know who it's coming from. And then I can go ahead and say right here, sorry, it's just taking me a second. You can always just add a text box if you want to. Over on the left-hand side, I'm hitting text box and add text. And then I'm going to say to purchase, pay invoice in full by, and then whatever the date is that you need them to do it, right? So I can put pay the invoice in full by September 10th to confirm your balloon order. All right, so whatever wording you want to put on it, that's giving them urgency that they need to purchase from you. And then what you do is you go ahead and go File and Save. Now within our templates, there's other things too, like that you can share them to upsell them on an arch, on other columns, or helium if you have helium bouquets. So you can add in these other designs to be like, hey, you can either buy these things a la carte, or you can buy the full thing. And as you make your changes, you just push save. So this is just one of the many templates that we have in our dashboard. I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple other things that we have for homecoming, because I feel like they're great for all kinds of events. It's not just for schools, but it could also be within an office building or a car dealership. And that's our base Canva template that is showing like what the balloons would look like within a school or within a dance floor in an event. So somebody's saying people that make you lower your prices make you second guess yourself. So avoid that at all costs. Yes, I totally agree that setting your pricing where you can be profitable. And then I'm going to share a couple of things of how you can help overcome price objections and those kind of things too as you go through it. But with this one, now you can go ahead and put home game, go team, or if you use vinyl, you can put any, the school's name on it to bid to them. If instead of a football player here, you want to have a cheerleader, you can do that. Or if maybe the homecoming king and queen you can put there. You can always change it to the school colors. You can change out the year, but showing them what the topiaries look hanging from the ceiling, either for Spirit Week, getting ready for the homecoming game to have this in the school hallways, or it could be that they're doing the dance in the cafeteria that has the drop ceilings. So this could be like the dance floor over the cafeteria area. For if they're doing things on stage, again, you could take the grad out and you could put it that it's just a senior dressed up in high school colors, or again, the football or the cheerleader. This is showing the 3 foot from the ceiling. And then we also have these fun images that you can just use to be like promoting homecoming on social media. And then here's a dance floor, and then you can take the actual photo of the school's gym or the hotel or venue they're having the party at, or homecoming dance, and then put that in there to give people an idea of what it looks like in their space. So I wanted to share with you guys that by having these templates already at your fingertips, it makes life really easy for you to throw in your pricing, what you want, and then get this out to your client without having to customize it. So again, I want to go through that really quick too, is that when you're sharing pricing with people, don't feel like you have to make everything custom for their event. Hey, we'll do this design, but in your 3 colors, and then give them a color sample of the 3 colors that you would use instead. Make them do the looking. Don't feel like you have to recreate a mock-up for every single person, especially if it's a person that only has like a $50 or $100 budgets, right? So those are the editable templates in Canva. If anybody who's on live with me has questions about Canva templates, feel free to chat and ask me about that, and I'll come back to it. Because then the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is having the confidence to state your pricing out loud. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go here. Let's see. If you have a question about the Canva templates, you can unmute, or you can type it into the chat if you're on live with me. And then if you're watching this as a replay, you can always email me, joette@BalloonCoach.com. So guys, if you have any questions about Canva, for those of you who are on live, please chat them away. I'll be glad to answer that. And I'm going to go ahead and show you one other really cool tip. All right. So in my mastermind program, I have what's called the Quote to Cash Challenge. All right. So if you're in my mastermind program, you want to click here to access it within the program. But if you are not in my mastermind program yet and you're still kicking the tires and not sure if it's the right fit for you, I encourage you to go right here, and on my homepage at BalloonCoach.com, it says join the Quote to Cash 5-day challenge. Each day you'll get a video and a PDF that you can look over and check what your current system is for giving out a quote and collecting payments, and then increase your confidence as you go through the process. So again, if you're in my mastermind program, go ahead and click the button that's inside of your mastermind dashboard. But if you're somebody who's not in mastermind yet, go on, click the join the 5-day challenge on the homepage at BalloonCoach.com, because each day you'll get this little video clip that will give you increased confidence in taking awesome steps. And so one of the things that I want to suggest with that is that when you are giving a price to somebody, and when you're coming up with your original pricing, do not price from your own wallet. All right, so I'm going to show you guys that real quick. Let's see if I can get into my Canva, and let's go here and go wallet. All right. So when you are pricing for a profit, Do not price from your own wallet. You need to calculate the actual expenses and the overhead for business growth, and then be confident in what you say. So, one of the reasons I encourage people to be in our Balloon Boss Mastermind program is in our editable Canva templates. You're able to actually see what the pricing is for Liz Romani, who is our marketing mentor who developed our templates for us. And then over time, other mastermind members have made templates that we put out, and I'll say, hey, this is from so and so from this area, and this is their pricing of what they're doing for grand openings. I encourage you to check that out. And one of the cool things that happened is one of our mastermind members that joined in the last couple of months, was super busy with a job. You know how those days are where you're super busy having to meet your clients' needs? And when she was being asked for a quote, she didn't have time to go into the editable template and change the pricing. She noticed that the pricing was higher than she currently charges, but she wanted to get the quote out to the person so they didn't think that they were being ignored, right? She sent it out and she said they didn't even blink an eye. They just paid the higher price. So part of being a mastermind is being able for you to see what the average pricing is happening with balloon decor, and being able to say, oh wow, this is 20 bucks more, $50 more, maybe $100 more than you're currently charged. Why not go ahead and say it works for so and so, let me see if it'll work for me. And then when you put it out and you find out that there is no price objection and they go for it, you're like, wow, I could have been being more profitable years ago. And that's what one of my new mastermind members told me over the weekend. She had joined mastermind over Labor Day weekend, was going in because she wanted to look at the editable templates. And she's like, Joette, I wish I would have joined mastermind sooner, because I had no idea the amount of training and support that's here in this program, and I could have been charging more. So I really encourage you guys that if you're one of those people that, because you have a huge heart and you love building balloons, and that you often, when you're pricing, you're looking at your own wallet, and I get it. My husband's a teacher in Florida. One of the lowest paid teachers in the United States are people who are teachers in Florida. And when I started my balloon business, I had to go and network and hang out with people who were not teachers to be able to get the clients that I needed to be able to pay a profitable price for me to sell balloons. And so by being able to go out and network and be able to meet other event professionals like florists and cake decorators, talk about people who get paid well, cake decorators. You know, you think about it, it's just eggs and water and some flour and some sugar. Just like people will say balloons are just balloons, but it's not. It's about the training that people have taken and the experience they have to be able to have that beautiful cake for you on your wedding day or on that birthday or special occasion. So it's the same thing with balloons, is you're providing a memorable moment for somebody. You're not providing balloons, but you're creating a magical, memorable moment for them that's only going to happen once. And so when you learn how to word things with confidence, and when you start hanging out with other people in the events industry in your area and the population that you serve, your confidence will increase because you get used to saying some of those bigger numbers, and you see what people are charging for linens and tents and chairs, what they're paying for venues, what they're paying for a plate of food. So like at Balloon Boss Summit in Orlando every year, part of the reasons our prices are where they're at is we provide lunch every day and dinner on final night. Well, that's $50 plus for your lunch every day. And so when you realize that somebody goes into a convention center or a country club or a venue where they have to get the food from that venue, that those per plate prices sometimes start at $75 or $125 a person. And so if you understand that that's what they're paying for a plate of food, well, then your giant 8-foot column should be worth way more than that, right? If you find out a gallon of coffee is 50 bucks, well, then your column needs to be more than $50. So when you start hearing what those other numbers are in the events industry, I find that that also helps you quote from confidence and not be able to just price from your own wallet. So what I want to do is go ahead and check out what the questions are from the people that we have on live. and then I will wrap things up. And then at the end of all of my live trainings, I turn off the recording and let the people who are on live ask me questions about anything, no matter what. So I'm going to go ahead and read the questions that you've got right now. For pricing, do you charge pricing based on standard versus fashion colors and, of course, chrome? I have found that if you set your pricing structure up just to go ahead and price for the highest cost balloons, then you don't have to worry about it. And then the times that you're making things out of lower cost balloons, then you're just getting to make more profit and put more money into your business. So go ahead and price things out at the higher rate is an easy way to do that, because sometimes people don't understand the difference between all the different tones. And then some people will just put an added fee. They'll say standard color arch blank. If you want upgrades to chrome, then it's blank, and then have that flat rate. And rather than by foot, one of the things that I loved about Belinda's website, so I'm going to go back there real quick to show it to you. So Balloon Construction Company. All right. On her website, where I was showing you earlier, like how her photos are there and everything's there for you, is if you were wanting on your website, you could just put down that here's her pricing for, you know, this arch. What she could do is right here, what I loved is she's got those options down for the sizes, right? So she's telling it, sometimes people will call it a 20 linear foot, but other people like to know that it's 8 by 8. So right next to this, she could put down upgrade to chrome, and then put that price. You know, if it's going to be an extra $100 for that 8 by 8 arch, and then maybe by 10 by 12 it would be another 150, and then for that 30 feet, you know, it might be another different price. So if you were going to go ahead and do it as an add-on, I would go ahead and do it by each thing so they could see how that goes. I hope that helps and makes a little bit of sense for you guys. All right, so we're going to go here. So a reminder, I encourage you guys, if you're not in Mastermind yet, join the Quote to Cash Challenge on the homepage. And if you're already in our Mastermind program, go ahead and do it within your dashboard. While you guys are on, if you are wanting to have more hands-on time with people helping you work through your Canva templates, help you make a marketing calendar, help you make catalogs to sell on your website, at Balloon Boss Summit, November 6th through the 10th in Orlando, Belinda Barrier with Balloon Event Construction Company, where I was showing you her website. She is another instructor and mentor for me. Again, this year, she loves sitting around a table and challenging people and helping them out. So she'll help you make catalogs. You'll bring photos of your work with you, and you'll work on that in the evenings and on Thursday at the towards the end of Summit. Also, Jonathan Fudge, one of my instructors, loves helping people learn tech, and he'll be helping you with the Canva, how to use it for editing, how to use it for the Canva templates and edit it to your own. So this was Belinda 2 years ago showing us how to make the centerpieces with all the fun designs that she uses for corporate clients and schools. At Balloon Boss Summit, we sit in the round where you're actually sitting at a table with the instructors while another instructor is on stage teaching. We have 25 instructors and mentors there, so that you get to hang out with them and be with them at lunch each day. And then our final night dinner this year, we're going to be having training from Holland and Dory on having magical mitzvahs. And they're going to teach you about the traditions of bar and bat mitzvahs. So you, when you're working with those clients, you know the right things to do. And then our final night event this year is going to be a glow party. We're going to do neon fun with some UV reactive balloons, and then also some balloons that are not UV reactive, and how we use LED lighting and uplights to make that have that really cool glow effect that's so popular for our mitzvahs, for proms, for homecomings, for corporate events, birthdays. Neon is a super popular trending color. So at Balloon Boss Summit, you can come and hang out with us and increase your confidence and your ability to sell. So I wanted to make sure you guys know that you're invited. We have 8 seats left. So you just sign up online. And again, if you have any questions, my name is Joette at BalloonCoach.com for an email, or right here on our website under the mastermind part, you can always schedule a 10-minute free consultation with me. So if you go into the mastermind area, start today, and then you go on to the end, set up a 10-minute Q&A call. You can push right there to get on my schedule, and you and I can Zoom personally, and I can answer questions you have about, is mastermind the right fit for you, or is coming to Summit great, or what are some tips you need to know about coming to Summit. I'd love to help you take the next step in growing your business. So guys, thank you for being on today's call about putting your pricing out publicly, going ahead and using Canva templates to help show your pricing to your clients quickly and easily. And then when you're nervous about putting out a quote, I encourage you highly to go through my quote to cash process, because we talk to you about the words that you can use and what to say when you're going through that situation. But one of the things is to practice it, right? So if you're a person that would never pay $1,000 for balloons, but you want to work with clients who pay $1,000, then get used to saying it. Make your editable template of what $1,000 event looks like. It's usually an arch, 2 columns, and some centerpieces. So go into that Canva template, make that design, and then just act like you're going to talk to the person that you want to talk about. Maybe you're doing it for a grand opening for a corporate event, or maybe you're doing it for a school a school dance like homecoming, and you just practice it in the mirror. Are you ready? Hi, I'm Joette with Party People Events, and I am so glad that you want to have me decorate for your upcoming homecoming. I can't wait to show your school spirit doing a beautiful gold and green design for your homecoming to welcome your students as they come in. They'll be welcomed by an amazing arch that they'll love walking through. They'll feel like they're all royalty that night. Around the dance floor, we'll have these beautiful columns, and then on your tables, we'll have these centerpieces to make great photos for your students. Or like if they have a bigger budget and they're doing photo ops, you can talk about your students are gonna love being able to put these Instagram photos up from their night at homecoming. It'll be the best homecoming ever. So you paint the picture of how the people are going to feel at the event. And then if you're working maybe like with a prom sponsor or a corporate client who you're not just selling balloons to them, what you're doing is you're taking something off of their list that they have to do. You're removing a task from their job duties because they probably have a regular job to do. Like if you're dealing with a school and you're dealing with a homecoming sponsor, well, that homecoming sponsor is either a teacher or they are a parent that probably has a job. And so they're a busy person to have other things to do. So when you say, you know what, Mrs. Jones, I can't wait to help make a memorable moment for your seniors this year as they walk into homecoming. It's going to be magical. Imagine how your son's going to feel, or imagine how the students are going to feel, or how proud the committee is going to be. Use those words to paint a picture of what you're doing for them. And I can't wait to take this off your plate because I know you have a lot of things that you got to do as a teacher or as a parent, that you're really busy. So you don't have to worry about anything else with the decorations. I'm going to take care of it, and we're going to come in and make it look magical for you. To go ahead and lock in your date on my calendar, we do need payment by this Friday at noon in full so that I can put you on the calendar, order in the supplies, and have my team prepared to make this delivery for you. So it's just being confident in the way that you approach it. If instead you're like, Mrs. Jones, here's a quote for $1,000 for the prom, and I know that's a lot of money. So like if you can only do one thing, like for $500, then that's okay. Or I understand maybe just the column for $250. Don't ask it as a question. Don't be nervous in the presentation, because if you're questioning it, they're going to think, well, why would I spend that much money for something? But confidence sells. When you can stand up straight with your shoulders back, your head held high, and you can think of those creative words to paint that picture for somebody, and then you confidently present that quote, whether it's that you're talking to them on the phone, whether you're in person presenting it to them, or the words that you're using in your email, is you want to promote it all as that I am the professional. I am going to do this amazing stuff for you to make your event perfect so that you don't have to worry about a thing, and it only is going to cost X, and get used to saying, and I can do all of that for only $5,252. To take care of that, we just need payment in full. Now, in my day, when I was working with a lot of schools that needed to have two payments, I do talk and quote to cash about sometimes with larger events, doing it where I take a deposit up front. So like $2,500, and then they would pay me the other $2,500 on delivery, because that's what some of my school's policies were, is they couldn't pay me for a service in advance. So they could go ahead and pay me for my supplies and the props and those other things, but they couldn't pay me for the actual service until the service was rendered. So that prom sponsor or that homecoming sponsor would meet me that day at the event and give me my final check. So in some areas, you may have to do that. And so when you're going through the quote to cash challenge, if you hear me talking about deposits, that's why. But most of the time, I would just make that the exception to the rule and make your rule that they pay you everything in advance, so that you don't have to worry about the extra cost of somebody keeping up with getting the rest of your payments or nagging people. It just is such a much easier way to do business that they just pay you in full, and now they don't have to worry things, and everything's taken care of. So I'm excited about how many people we have on live with us today. If you have another question that you would like to ask me, go ahead and throw it into the chat box, or open up your mic. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this recording for now to keep it short and simple. But for those of you who are on live with me, you can stay on and ask me questions until for about like another 30 minutes if you need. So I'm going to go ahead and show you one other thing. If you're not in my Facebook group yet, Balloon Coach Community or Balloon Business Startup, those are the two groups where I share information with the industry of upcoming trainings and things that we've got. So Balloon Business Startup is for people who are newer to the industry, or just kind of kicking the tires. And then Balloon Coach Community is for those who already have a business license and are in business. And I wanted to show you guys the other classes that I have coming up, just to make sure you know to look out for those emails from me, or to look in the groups. Is on Sunday, September 11th at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be doing Create a Vision Board to help make your dreams come true. So if you've already done a vision board in the past and you need to make a new one, which is what I do, I have met many of the goals that were on my old vision board, and so I need to update a new one and get re-energized for some of the things that I kind of let slide. All right, and so I'd love for you to join me on Sunday the 11th for that. On Wednesday, September 14th, when to offer classic designs over organic to gain new customers. Many people who've gotten in the industry in the last 5 years primarily do organic designs. And I'm going to share some tips on when is the appropriate time to offer classic designs to be able to gain some of those other clients that you're looking for, or vice versa. If you only do classic decor, when are times that you might want to switch over to doing organic to gain some other clients. And I'm going to give you tips and tricks in making both of those types of balloons. Then on Tuesday, September 20th, how to decide on price for your balloon decor. That is hugely popular. And I wanted to do today's training first before I talked about how to actually do the pricing, because I want to be able to show you how to use the Canva templates to kind of do your count on how many balloons you're using, and how to use some of the recipes that we have to help you look at how many balloons are in your design and your overhead and things like that. So Tuesday, September 20th, we'll be talking about how to decide on your pricing for your decor. Wednesday, the 21st, what color is this? Where to buy professional balloons and to create on-trend designs. So how to solve that issue when people are asking you for a specific color. And then Sunday, the 25th, will be my last bonus class for September on our 7th birthday celebration, time management, how to select and time block the most important activities in your day, one step at a time. And that's going to be pulled from my Balloon Boss Mastermind program. We have what's called the Thrive Guide, and I teach people about time blocking time and time again. That's one of the top things I've been doing over the last 7 years as BalloonCoach.com, is helping people with the strategies that I've learned from awesome people like John Maxwell, Tony Robbins, and a lot of other great books that I've read over the years, like Business Made Simple by Donald Miller, on steps and strategies that you can use to help be more efficient and get more done in your day, and doing one little thing at a time to be able to do something really great over a 6-month or 1 year period. So guys, I wanted to make sure that you guys know that these are going on. So Balloon Coach Community is my Facebook group that's open for everybody. And then I also send out an email to anybody who's on my email list about that. And then for my folks who are in my Balloon Boss Mastermind program, this week I'm currently doing a boot camp. And I'll go ahead and show you guys the information on that. So if you go to BalloonCoach.com today and join Balloon Boss Mastermind, you can actually be a part of our boot camp program. And trying to get the graphic for you, sorry. All right, there you go. And so for my decor, for my boot camp for Mastermind, we are working, yesterday was framing for outdoors and with confidence. You get to watch the replay. How to recreate a balloon design from a photo is today at 2 p.m. Eastern. Thursday the 8th, we're going to be doing designing a space with balloon decor. So like when somebody says, hey, this is my venue, how do I decorate it? We'll be talking about that in Mastermind. Friday the 9th, we'll be doing creating and rigging organic designs indoors and out. Sunday the 11th, we'll be doing correct adhesive for foils and marquees, arches, and columns. September 12th, choosing the correct inflator for the job. And Tuesday, September 13th, selling and setting specific special effects like balloon drops, pop drops, and lighting. So if you've been thinking about joining Balloon Boss Mastermind and you hadn't yet, September is an awesome month to do it because there's all these bonus trainings in addition to all of the replays from over 40 speakers that I've had over the last 7 years. We also have ongoing group coaching, 3 live other trainings, and our Thrive Guide and so much more, all those editable templates I showed you. So for $97 a month, you can make that back immediately after you use one template once with a client to gain somebody new. I love helping people take the next step in their business. Thank you guys for being on live. And in just a second, when I turn off the recording, I'm going to do a drawing for 2 people who are on live who've commented in the chat. 2 people are going to win a $20 gift certificate to BalloonTags.com. And BalloonTags.com is a way to get promotional materials for your business. So BalloonTags.com. I'm going to be showing you guys that as I turn off the recording, who our 2 winners are that can go in there and you can get a name tag for networking, or you can get a really cool tag that you use like a business card instead of a business card. So lots of fun things going on as our birthday celebration continues for September. Thank you guys for being on live today. And again, everybody who's watching the replay, just email me, Joette@BalloonCoach.com, when you have a question. And I am going to pause my recording. Thanks for being on, guys. And for those of you who are on live, stay tuned. I'm going to answer your question.